Some mornings, it feels like your feet barely touch the ground before the tiredness creeps in again. You've had your sleep, maybe even a cup of tea or coffee, yet something still feels off, like your body didn't quite get the memo that it's a brand new day. Sound familiar? If you've ever looked at the clock before noon and thought, "Why am I already exhausted?" You're not alone. As we get older, our energy doesn't flow the same way it did in our 20s or 30s. And no, it's not just old age. There's a lot more to it than that. The truth is, many people over 60 unknowingly start their day with habits that quietly chip away at their energy. These aren't dramatic mistakes. In fact, they might seem so normal that you've never questioned them. But over time, they add up, leaving you feeling more sluggish than you should be. What we do in the first hour after waking up sets the tone for the rest of the day. That early window is powerful. It can either fuel your body, sharpen your mind, and lift your mood, or it can pull you into a cycle of fatigue, stiffness, and brain fog. The good news is, once you know what's draining you, you can start turning things around immediately. Let's talk about one of the most common and sneaky mistakes: lingering in bed after waking up. It might feel cozy to stay tucked under the covers for a few extra minutes, especially on chilly mornings. Maybe you even reach for your phone and start scrolling through messages or the news. But here's the problem. When your body wakes up and you don't move, you're sending it mixed signals. You're awake, but your muscles and circulation are still stuck in sleep mode. That can leave you feeling groggy and heavy, even after you finally get up. Instead of lying in bed thinking about the day ahead, try swinging your legs over the side and sitting up as soon as you wake. Take a few deep breaths. Stretch your arms and shoulders. Let your body feel what it means to be awake. That small change can help kickstart your circulation, shake off sleep inertia, and begin the day with clarity instead of confusion. Another silent energy thief hides in your morning hydration, or lack of it. It's easy to go straight to coffee, thinking it will wake you up. And while that caffeine kick can feel like a lifeline, starting the day dehydrated is like trying to drive your car without enough oil. After 6 to 8 hours of sleep, your body is naturally low on fluids. And dehydration, even a mild one, can cause fatigue, headaches, joint stiffness, and sluggish thinking, especially as we age. A simple glass of water first thing in the morning can make a surprising difference. It doesn't need to be fancy. Some people add lemon. Others prefer room temperature or warm water to ease digestion. Whatever your style, that first drink rehydrates your cells, helps flush out toxins, and gets your digestive system ready to go. And yes, you can still have your coffee after, but think of water as the first gift you give your body each day. Now let's talk about movement, or the absence of it. It's tempting to ease into the day slowly, especially when your joints feel stiff or sore. And that's completely understandable. But the irony is, skipping light movement in the morning can actually make that stiffness worse. Muscles and joints, particularly after 60, need gentle encouragement to wake up. If we wait too long or stay too still, the body becomes sluggish, circulation slows, and energy dips even further. You don't need a full workout at dawn. A simple morning routine, maybe 5 to 10 minutes of stretching, walking around a house, or even swinging your arms gently while standing, can be enough. Think of it as telling your body, "We're alive, we're moving, and we're ready." This kind of gentle activation helps improve blood flow, reduce aches, and lift your mood naturally. And over time, it builds strength and balance, two things that become more important than ever after 60. Here's the thing, energy after 60 isn't just about getting more sleep or eating the right foods. It's about tuning into your body and noticing the little habits that have become automatic. Often, it's not what we do, but what we don't realize we're doing that causes the most damage. Those tiny routines, repeated day after day, can either carry us forward or quietly hold us back. So if you've ever thought, maybe this is just how aging feels, don't settle. The truth is, your body is still capable of so much vitality. And the choices you make, especially in those first quiet moments of the morning, can shape how the rest of the day unfolds. Even small shifts, like getting out of bed with intention, drinking water before anything else, and moving your body gently, can begin to rebuild your energy reserves from the ground up. And once you start noticing the difference, you won't want to go back. It's amazing how much power those early minutes hold. Just a few mindful changes can set your entire day on a better track. And once you get the momentum going, your body starts to respond. You begin to feel more awake, more stable, and more in control of your time and energy. But even with a little movement and some hydration, there's another trap many people fall into: skipping breakfast or choosing the wrong one. It might be out of habit, a lack of hunger, or even the thought that you're cutting calories. But after 60, your metabolism needs gentle support, not starvation. When you skip breakfast or go for something sugary and processed, your body has to work harder to regulate blood sugar levels. And that crash you feel mid-morning, it often starts with what you didn't eat first thing. Breakfast doesn't need to be complicated. Think about whole energy-giving foods, something with protein, healthy fats, and fiber. Maybe it's a bowl of oatmeal with nuts and berries, or eggs with avocado and whole grain toast. Even a smoothie with greens, banana, and a scoop of protein can do the trick. What matters most is giving your body fuel. It can actually use slow-burning energy instead of fast, empty carbs. It's not just about the food itself, though. It's about pausing to eat. Many people over 60 are so used to caring for others, spouses, grandchildren, friends, that their own routines get squeezed into the margins. Breakfast becomes a rushed task, or worse, an afterthought. But when you treat that morning meal like a ritual instead of a chore, it does something powerful. It tells your body and brain that you matter too, that you're worth slowing down for. And that shift in mindset brings more energy than any cup of coffee ever could. Let's talk about another energy drain that doesn't get enough attention: overloading your mind right after waking up. It's easy to pick up your phone before you've even brushed your teeth. Suddenly, you're reading the news, checking messages, scanning social media, all before your feet have properly hit the floor. And without realizing it, you've already flooded your brain with stress, comparison, and decisions. That early flood of information can be overwhelming. It eats away at your focus before the day has even begun. Your brain, especially as you age, needs space in the morning. It needs calm. That quiet buffer between sleep and full-on responsibility is sacred, and it's worth protecting. Instead of diving into your phone or turning on the TV, try giving yourself 10 minutes of peace. That might mean sitting in silence, listening to the birds, writing in a journal, or just sipping your tea while looking out the window. That space helps your nervous system stay calm, your thoughts stay clear, and your energy stay grounded. What we forget is that rest isn't only about sleep. It's also about how we wake. If we jolt ourselves into chaos, we rob the body of the calm strength it needs to carry us through the day. Creating a calm start gives your mind a chance to find its footing. And when your mind feels settled, your body follows suit. There's another subtle mistake that often goes unnoticed: ignoring your breathing. You might not think much about it, but the way you breathe when you first wake up can set the tone for your physical and emotional state. Shallow, quick breaths, especially when paired with stress or rushing, can trigger your body's fight or flight response. That means increased tension, more fatigue, and less clarity. But just a few deep, slow breaths can flip that script entirely. Try this. Place a hand on your belly and slowly breathe in through your nose, letting your stomach expand. Then exhale gently through your mouth. Do that 3 or 4 times, and you'll feel a shift. Your shoulders drop. Your mind clears a little. You become present. It's such a small habit, yet incredibly powerful, especially as our bodies become more sensitive with age. All of these adjustments, moving gently, staying hydrated, eating with intention, limiting morning noise, and breathing deeply, may seem like small pieces of a puzzle. But when they come together, they can transform not just your energy, but your mood, your focus, and your sense of well-being. Energy after 60 isn't about pushing harder. It's about listening better. Your body is wiser now. It's more honest. And when something doesn't feel right, it's trying to tell you. The real power lies in responding to that wisdom with care, not criticism. And that's the beauty of this chapter in life. You've earned the right to slow down, to choose peace, to shape your mornings in a way that truly supports you. You're not racing the clock anymore. You're setting the rhythm. There's something deeply powerful about mornings when they're yours, when you own those first minutes instead of letting them slip into chaos or habit. And yet, one more hidden energy drain tends to sneak in, often without us realizing it. It's getting dressed without intention. Now, this might sound a little odd at first, but think about it. How many times have you thrown on something just because it was easy, or skipped your grooming routine because you weren't going anywhere important? When we stop dressing for ourselves, when we stop putting even a little care into our appearance, something subtle begins to fade. Not vanity, but vitality. There's a shift in how we feel when we wear clothes that make us feel good, comfortable, yes, but also confident. It signals to our brain that we're ready for the day. And that signal sparks a little more energy, a little more purpose. Whether it's putting on a favorite color, brushing your hair with a bit more care, or choosing an outfit that makes you stand tall, these small acts tell your body, I still matter. Today still matters. It's not about dressing up for others. It's about showing up for yourself. A fresh face, a spritz of something that smells good, even a stretch in front of the mirror, these are rituals of self-respect, and that kind of energy radiates through the rest of the day. And perhaps one of the most draining habits of all is also one of the most common, starting your morning with a negative mindset. Sometimes it creeps in quietly. You wake up, and the first thing that fills your mind is a list of what hurts, what's missing, or what didn't go right yesterday. It's human. But if that becomes your default, it slowly wears you down, physically, emotionally, spiritually. After 60, your mornings should begin with something gentler, more nourishing. Maybe it's a short gratitude practice, just thinking of one or two things you're thankful for. Maybe it's a quiet word of encouragement to yourself in the mirror. You've got this. You're doing well. You're strong. These simple phrases, repeated daily, can rebuild the foundation of how you feel in your body and your spirit. What we think, we become. And how we talk to ourselves in the morning shapes the kind of energy we carry. You're not defined by age or aches or what the calendar says. You're defined by the way you show up for yourself, for your life, for your days. That's the kind of energy that can't be bought. It's built from the inside out. So let's take a breath here. Let's gather all the little moments we've talked about. The skipped breakfast, the silent dehydration, the racing mind, the shallow breath, the careless dressing, the heaviness of thought. Each one is like a tiny leak in your energy tank. On their own, they seem small. But together, they add up. Now imagine what it would feel like to start your mornings differently. You rise with a few deep breaths, not a burst of panic. You drink a glass of water and feel your body come alive. You stretch, move a little, even if it's just a slow walk around the room. You sit down and eat something real, nourishing, because you deserve to be fueled. You avoid the early rush of screens and instead give yourself a few quiet moments. You dress with intention, not to impress, but to express who you are. And most importantly, you speak to yourself with kindness, like you would to someone you love. That kind of morning doesn't just happen, it's created. And you don't need to be perfect. You don't need to overhaul everything in one day. Just one small change followed by another. Tiny steps repeated with love. That's how energy returns. That's how life starts to feel good again. You've lived through decades of changes, challenges, and triumphs. Your body has carried you through it all. And it's still here, asking only for a little more care, a little more listening. It's not about chasing youth. It's about honoring the strength and wisdom you already have and letting it shine every single morning. If this message speaks to you, if it reminds you of someone you care about, or if it sparked a new idea for your own mornings, go ahead and share your thoughts below. Let's talk about what helps you feel strong, steady, and energized at this stage in life. And if you found even one tip helpful, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more ways to feel your best every single day. This is your time. This is your rhythm. And you deserve mornings that give you life, not take it away. Here's to living your best life at any age, in any season, with energy that starts from within.